Hello everyone! Thank you very much for clicking on this video and for joining me in this wonderful reading today. Today I asked the souls if we could do a soulmate reading, and they said the condition for doing that, and because normally I don't choose what we talk about, but the condition for us to do that is to understand the true love concept. And love is something different for everyone, but it's what they want me to tell you and what is very important for me to keep in mind during this reading. It's a real deep feeling, and it's a feeling that I probably don't have to explain that to you guys, I know, but they want me to point that out. It's a real deep feeling. It's a connection on a whole another level, on a soul level. And because many of us have lost the connection to our soul a bit, it is not that common to meet a soulmate that we do not have any kind of job, any kind of lesson to learn with. And that's why most soulmate connections are actually not that comfy in the beginning, but are heavy. And that's because quite often it's about learning a lesson and not about learning, I don't know, really. Most of the times the love is not in the focus, but the lesson that we need to learn with them. I have met one of my soulmates, right? And I was supposed to learn a lesson from them. And I was supposed to learn that I need to open up if I want a deep connection on another level. And I'm not together with that person. I do not see that person anymore. I haven't seen them in like probably 3 months or something. And because I have learned that lesson, that is fine with me. Now, it wasn't, but now it is. That's a personal story. And I've told you that to show you that most of the people that we meet and love, that's most of the times it's a love to keep us together and to learn something from the other person. And then we go on and we maybe meet someone new and learn something from them. And maybe at the end, I mean, there is no true end, but at some point there will be a person we maybe need to learn with to stay together for a long time. So basically, why am I saying that? Because I talk about unconditional love quite a lot, and not in every soulmate connection unconditional love is really possible, because you need to learn something from the connection you are in. So yeah, they wanted me to tell you about it. We'll see. So now we can jump into the reading. So what are we gonna ask? We're gonna ask about your soulmate connection. So for most of us, there is a person in our lives that we do have a soulmate connection with. And I'm going to ask the souls, what lesson do we need to learn from that connection? So that it doesn't feel heavy anymore, you know, so that we can maybe stay with that person. So we're going to ask that. They're really cooperating. What lesson do you have with the current soulmate you have in your life? And for people who have more than one soulmate in their lives at the moment, please tell them about the one they want to know. What lesson are we supposed to learn from that connection? Oh, look at that. Lesson are we supposed to learn from that connection? Oh, okay. Yep. Let's get one more card. Yep. Oh, that's so nice. Okay. Shoop. If you hear children scream outside, there are just some neighbors playing in the garden. So feel free to ignore that if you feel annoyed by the noises, and feel free to enjoy them when you love them. Okay, that's different for everyone. So, what lesson are we supposed to learn from that connection? Okay, it's interesting because with these two cards, I feel different than with these two cards. So let's figure out why. Okay. So two things I can definitely immediately sense is that from this connection that we are in at this moment, we are to learn that love can be beautiful, that it can make us happy and fulfilled. I feel like many of us either haven't had a relationship yet, or we've only had relationships that have been troublesome, not really fulfilling, not really what we wish for, right? And through this connection that we are with our current soulmate, we are supposed to learn that love and this connection can be beautiful, that it can make us feel good. And I actually feel like for some of us, that soulmate will stay with us for quite some time, which is beautiful and the most beautiful message I could give you today. So nice. You are to stay with that person for quite some time because you need to learn that a connection can be beautiful and fulfilling and nice, and it can make you feel good and happy. And maybe before meeting that soulmate, you have had connections that you felt trapped in and alone, that you have felt like you needed to do everything yourself, like you were the only one giving and then only receiving, and you felt lost. And I feel like some of us have felt like we couldn't be ourselves and always had to try to keep going, try to hold the connection. And sometimes it may have felt like we were the only ones investing in this connection. And now I can tell you that that's not the case anymore. That is not what you are supposed to learn in the connection now. Now you can learn that you can receive too. You can receive love, attention, being protected. It is okay to receive that, and you will feel how good that feels, which is beautiful. And so you will learn to receive and to give without expecting, to give without. I already have a video up on that. Feel free to check that out. It must be up here. Giving without expecting anything in return, simply because you feel good to invest in the relationship, or you feel good to invest in a person or to give someone something without expecting them to, to give you something back or anything. And maybe in your past relationships, you felt like you wanted to get out of them, or you wanted to, what is this feeling? You only wanted to keep them going because maybe you liked being able to say, I am in a relationship, or you liked having someone taking care of you, or which is not a bad thing, but we're going to come to that soon. Or you liked, maybe you were afraid of being alone, and that's why you settled for someone that, well, you were not alone with. And why I'm telling you that this relationship is different, because you are already feeling good alone. And if you're not, you're going to learn it through that relationship. But you will feel good with yourself. And that is the first indication that the relationship is going to work, because of course you need to feel good with the person too, but you feel good with yourself. And because then you won't need to have someone by your side. You won't feel dependent on someone, but you will be with someone because you enjoy being with that person, and not because you need any person beside you. Was that clear? I am with you because it is you, and not because I need to be with one person and it wouldn't matter who that is. No, I settle for you. I am with you. I love you for who you are. That's so beautiful. And it's self-love and selfless at the same time. Because you feel comfortable with yourself, which requires self-love. And when you are with the other person, you don't really do it for, you don't try to get anything from it, but you simply do it because it feels good. And that's just beautiful. It's beautiful. So you can really, really enjoy that connection that you are in. Of course, there are always little steps and little things you need to work on. You still have something to learn from it, of course. But that's mostly good things. And the things that maybe won't feel that great, or it's still good for yourself. They are good for you. I feel like many of us are supposed to learn how to divide their time, how much energy to put into something, and how much energy to put into something else. So let's say you have a job and you are in a relationship, then you need to learn to balance these two things, right? How much time do I invest in what? That's definitely something that many of us, not all, but many of us will be learning in the soulmate connection we are in. Or we will be in very soon. If you haven't met that person yet, you can really await a beautiful connection. So why are these two cards in the middle? Because they will... because that's something that you've experienced in the past, where you feel trapped, not good, alone. Because that was in the past, it will come up again. But you will move on from it. You will learn that that is not a healthy connection through this connection with that person. And so really this connection is a healing, a new start. It is healing to you. because it is a connection that the base of that connection is for you and the other person to feel comfortable, to heal, to feel good. And you won't be dependent on one another or anything that will bind you. It will really be a free connection. A very beautiful feeling. If my words could express the energy that I'm feeling right now, but I tried. Maybe you've cried a lot in past connections, or you just felt very like you didn't have a choice and stuff, and that's really very heavy, and you will need to let that go, and you will be letting that go with that person. Okay, I'm getting another scenario right now. There may be some people here who are in a connection with this person already, but the connection will change. So from feeling this way, you will be feeling like that and that. So from all these negative things that are going on in your connection at the moment, they will transform because you've learned about them, because you've learned that feeling trapped, letting your own worth, like letting you don't recognize in your own worth, not telling the other person, what do I like, what do I not like, crying because you feel bad, because you do not express yourself, feeling like you invest alone in a relationship, because you've learned all these lessons, that is not what you want, and you communicated them. This connection can transform into a beautiful connection. Maybe you need a little break in between. That can be, of course, that can happen. There will be coming a beautiful and a soft and a light connection. And I really wish you that kind of love and that kind of connection. So this time I'm even more thankful for you letting me talk to your soul, because this is a beautiful feeling, and I feel so blessed and thankful for feeling that. Thank you very much. I hope you understood your lesson. Bye-bye.